And that's how you finish it right there, baby. Now, it's not even finished. That's how we started. ACI, Albertsons. Yo, Albertsons could be related to the deal. Hot dog. Check news on Albertsons. Remember, they have that deal going in. It says volume triples. I'm not seeing anything yet. Check Twitter. Again, remember, they have that whole little deal thing and the special dividend and all of that. One member. No, I'm not seeing anything. ACI, again, if anything comes up, I'll let you know, but watch out for that. Disney is popping a little bit. Bonds are coming down even more, and then we are up a little bit here, so let's see how this plays out, but watch out for that. Amazon, all I'm seeing is a volume signal, but no news yet, but we do know it's related to a deal. Kroger deal. Yeah, where's Kroger now. That's the one. So watch Kroger if they react, but that would be the only thing. JPM break it out. Again, the bank's got a nice little upgrade here today. Oh, yeah. They went from positive to negative here, and they're holding. The banks are looking decent. Boyle pop. Wolverine worldwide. ZN new low, and then the market. I mean, we want them to do a little bit more, but let's see. Let's see if they reverse and buy stock. But this is a big drop for now for bonds. It is cooling down a little bit. Yeah, Kroger ain't moving on any of that. All right, you're getting to the first low of the day. I mean, the bonds want you to run right now, but if we're going to follow the last 3-day trend, I mean, Apple's still holding gains, but it has not done it just yet. Airbnb pop. Yeah, they're up 93. Check Uber, Expedia, and any of the other travel names because those are more important right now in the sense that, again, related to the demand destruction and even the downgrades and all that we got. And then keep an eye out for any Albertsons news. They're starting to move up there beyond on the high as well. What is it? I just saw something. FDA gives nod to coronavirus for young children. That was the Myrna one from earlier. Iger shares resume. Extend decline to 73%. Boeing on the high. There you go, S&P. So market, or the bond market, a little mini bounce there. We'll see, but this is looking decent for now. Again, if the Dow is closest to matching up inverse, so it's good and bad depending on how you look at it. But overall, bonds and stocks are still somewhat moving inverse. Let's see if this is the break. Otherwise, it could get quite interesting. Yeah, K-Web's up a lot. The PJX. It wasn't it beautiful? I read it, dude. I was dying, and I was like, wow, it's so accurate. And it's just that's it. I don't. The code. God bless you, Bradley. Thank you, Tim Whitman as well too, man. Like man, you brought it to. It's baffled even answers, man. It's bad. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. It's amazing to see. All right, you're going up to the high of the day right here. There, dude. Boeing is killing it right now. Even Netflix is coming back up. Tesla kind of playing along. And again, Apple is already leading, so maybe everything's just going to catch up to Apple. Ba-da-bop-bop-bop. Airbnb up 2.6. Yep. They're doing good again. All travel. If travel could get that little rebound, that is going to be good. Remember, they got Mollywop yesterday. What happened today? Tin. I don't know. The only tinfoil is that it's not even tinfoil. It's just like elite negotiating, and that's it. It's straight out the SBF playbook. They gave a bailout to a union pension fund today, and they did that after they snubbed the unions a couple days ago. So kind of cool. I like to see I like to see business dealings in play. That's all it is. It's just a nice. I see why they got that. It was a good. You give me this, I give you that. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Like the video, Habibi. If you don't like it, man, I feel like if I instead of giving y'all 10 foil, I feel like if I just told you, like the video, you're going to get bad luck for 10 years. Some of y'all would like it. Y'all remember those chain emails? That shit used to work. I still see them sometimes on like Instagram. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Hold on. So I don't know. I don't know. So like the video. You don't want bad luck for 10 years. You know, I ain't gonna curse you like that. I still love you. Hey man, you're making a new high of the day right here. So bonds are kind of playing out. Look at it. They're keeping it within a range and they're moving it up. A decent amount of volume coming in here. Pump it up. Let's see if it eats up from here. This is looking decent. Again, you have the bond market. Nasdaq and bonds are inverse now. And the SPY is 0.5%. But again, what you should be looking for is yesterday's levels. We got to break out from yesterday or this means nothing. Yalla. Amazon. Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Flip. There you go. They're moving big. That's 1%. Some of them are leading a lot better now. Even Oracle's going up. RTX. Nvidia, AMD. Yeah, watch those chip makers as well, too. And then where's ACI? Did we get anything on that? GameStop target cut at Wedbush. Good morning. Yeah, ACI kind of came back up here. ASMB on the high ticker. Hoo-yah. Okay, bonds are coming back up now, though. They still got a little bit to go. And then keep in mind, this is yesterday's high. You wick through it right there and then came back down. But that was good volume there. Just hopefully more sales don't show up. You're watching this weird little moving order trap on the way up, and it's actually moving kind of quick. So not a big fair. What is the level? So 395.57. That's yesterday's high. But bonds are rocketing up here. The dollar, I'll check it in a little bit. But again, I want to say this bond move, I think, is in because right here it looks like they broke, but now they're starting to be kind of positively correlated. So even though they gapped down, they're kind of moving the same here today. That's the 20-day moving average. I don't know it on time frame, but good to know. We'll see. Either way, I'd be, again, like I'm saying, with the bond market, I think, be careful of everything. So I think things are going to move. We could use just basics of looking, getting past yesterday's highs and understanding where we've been at the last couple days. But I don't think any level has any respect right now. I mean, even if we held the 100-day yesterday, but I won't trust none of them. None of them. So get ready, though. Again, coming into next week, powder keg. Relamada study failure disappoints. RLMD. GME's up. Even AMC's up. Is Amazon still at the high? Yeah, Amazon's rocketing through. Apple's still holding. Hopefully the bond market drops from here. That would be a very good sign. But as of now, you're breaking out through there. You have gone past yesterday's highs, ladies and gentlemen. How do you feel? Actually, on the SPX, you haven't, but on the SPY, you have. So a little bit more. One more point right here. Okay, 10 points. Point 10. Oh, there you go, buddy. Proud of you. Proud of you. Oh, no, I shouldn't have opened this. No, I wasn't supposed to open it on this instance. So if you clear them out, because Active Trader slows your shit down. Oh, man, what did I want? I wanted just the chart. Wow, 39.60. You're breaking past yesterday's level. Again, the highs of the futures was 39.65, so intraday, this will be key. Let's see, RTX is up. Amazonian, Apple's looking great. Hims. Bulls on parade. Yeah, the defensives are starting to pick up. Let me check industries. Only thing down is consumer staples now. So utilities went green. Everything else is still holding green. U.S. says channel to negotiate. Wheelin's release will remain open. Choice was to bring Griner home or bring no one. FDA authorized bivalent. That's like the third headline on that one. HTHT. They're up 4. H World Group, how are real estate stocks doing? Amazon's on the high, they're killing it, but the bonds are coming up here. I don't know how I feel about this one still. Again, in range now, you're moving more than the bonds are down, so we will see. But there is a little bit more of the gap. Nvidia now on the high, and then watch more travel names. If Uber, Lyft, and a couple of those good go up, that'll be good. What is it? Airbnb, Expedia, even with Swiss Transports. Again, still holding up, man. We haven't done this in a while. 3 days, 7 days, 8 days. So volume's not, and again, you have this whole little order trap here. You're above a key level on both the futures and the S&P. So that's great. Remember I told you guys the first time we tested it yesterday, see if we get above it a little bit. We'll probably fall below it. And then if it could get above it, like with ease, and shows no like real resistance, that'll be good. And then again, it gets you kind of into the crazy flush near the 4,000. So, going to be an interesting one here. I like it. All right, ES is going. Nasdaq is now the leader. Nasdaq went underperformer to leader real quick. There's Amazon now. Again, this is very strong for 20, 30 minutes. Let's wait till even Euro close. But you haven't got this there. Now, the bonds are kind of reducing it, though. So this is interesting. Maybe if they keep moving forward from here, but what we saw in the morning, no longer the inverse, is getting smaller. And now it looks like they are converging to follow a positive correlation. Yeah, you've broken 11.6 on the Nasdaq. That is great. And again, they're leading up here now. 3966. So again, watch the test of the 3960, but is getting far away from here. Wow. I think the computer is eating all of the cells. Hold on. So again, they're adding some here. If it gets too high, watch out. But just keep in mind the little pop, drop, and then pop again. That would be bullish, in my opinion. Why so bullish? There's two things that happen. One, the bond market finally dropped today, and it did it very, very big. And then oil is finally up, if you really look at it. So, if anything, the bond market and oil, and again, we'll talk about oil. It makes a decent amount of sense when you really think about it, but it's just now easing up there. Any of the demand recession stuff and the fear trade, it's chilled out a little bit, but it's not over yet. I mean, granted, this may feel like a lot, but you almost did this yesterday. You're literally 3 points ahead on here, so keep that one in mind. Be nice to squeeze all the shorts. Huge rally. I think everyone's going to get squeezed on ever again. And the jobs came in line. Just again, I mean, keep in mind till data both tomorrow and then coming into, what's it called? What's the other one? Tuesday. CPI. Modulix to go public via merger with PHP. PAPPHP is the ticker. Helios buys 202,000 Omen sites. True, very. Again, I like it for now, but as long as we get it above and just a little bit more above where we were yesterday. So it's cool. And then you get into the dump level where we dumped from the day before. That's where it really, really got ugly. And then if filling the gap of the last 2 days would just be, I don't even know if you could call it fill the gap. I'm not too familiar. But it would be the 4,000 level. Carvana going ham. Let's see. We have to take that dumb loss. It's about the same price. That's crazy. Costco, I don't know. They had those lower sales numbers, but we'll see, and people like it. And wait for BABA audit reports to hit. Again, the positive news was that they, what did they do? Hong Kong is even chilling out on the requirements. Crave Pay One licensing deal with Sony Pictures Entertainment. It's Canadian. Dollar down. Let's take a look at the dollar. Yeah, he's down for now. Again, it's kind of weird how the dollar has really been a non-factor the last couple of days. But we'll see. But keep an eye on it. Thanks you for calling it out. Because I'm not looking at it the same way. ES Hot 4000. Sound like a radio station. And then Costco RTX. Very early. Good early morning. Oh, there it is. This would be beautiful. So this would be beautiful if the market went down and the bonds came down. Then, again, maybe it'll be like this inflection point, but then it eventually caught up. So that could be good because, again, the bonds are still technically down. The jobless claims number came in line. Pinduo Duo on the high. Again, this feels big, but it's really not, Chad. Again, you're just barely above the highs here. If it holds, then it's going to turn big. And if the bonds dump and you run into a new high on that and we barely even test the 39.60, then that'll be big. But right now, I would say you're doing good, but you're kind of close. This is like getting rich for your first time. Like, you're close to it, but just from after taxes and everything, and, you get too crazy. I mean, just so we got to get a little bit more. I need 2 years of income history. This is like a year of income history. Shout out to all my mortgage brokers out there. We love you. Shout out Cole Real Estate. Oh, don't even get me talking about Cole Real Estate from last night, man. I love it. The Chads and literally Chad inspiring. Oh, man, they were, bro, I'm telling you, even the time of the year here, oh, man. Does that make sense, though? Do you guys get the 2-year income? I think that really explains a lot about how I feel about right here because I like it. I think this is nice for now, but it's just not until we get around this level or, like, test it and hold it, we'll see. But you got enough. You got enough, but it's not too high above there. Apple now. So, again, a little squeezed on Netflix. Thankfully, we were small on that. But now Tessie could come back for us, so that's decent. Chipmaker starting to move up a little bit. NVIDIA 40%. Roblo again. So this could be good. And then if the bonds go down, bulls, you could like it for now. And then you got to think to the 4,000. Super. I don't know, man. If Cole Real Estate, they keep having them 11 at 11s there, man. I've been loving it. It's been beautiful to see, man. It's super inspiring. It's very great, man. And, like, I don't even know what I'm not at a loss for words for what I can say about everybody individually. And then even, Tyler and Trey hooking them up and just everybody working together, man. It's just so beautiful. It's beautiful. I wasn't as active in the chat there yesterday. I had to go to a real estate project. I was, like, driving and listening in, and it was like, dude, I loved it. I loved it. Again, I was just amazing. And the new guys on the Houston team, baby. Let's go. I just love it, man. Just building it out. And I know a lot of people getting real estate careers. You got people building out their teams and all of that. And just carrying the torch, man. And I just love it. It's real work, man. That's why I like it. And you're watching people grow stuff. So we'll talk about it later. We'll get into it. But I'm hyped. I'm hyped, man. God bless you guys. And keep it up. So there's your little, come on. Come down, bonds. Again, you want the bonds to come down. If you want a real rally, you want the bonds to come down. Otherwise, they're still all creeping. But now you're getting in to that flush zone like we said. And that's on the SPX, so it's looking decent. You're now 10 points above it. You're still coming into the highs. It's looking good. Apple is leading. Disney. I would go with Disney shares. I'm still in those, and they're down, actually, a much more decent amount than where I'm at. Where are they at? So they're still down a decent amount, but I like it. Yeah, even Amazon recovering a lot. This is looking nice. But we have to hold. He has to hold, my friend. He have to hold. And then Apple is just absolutely killing it. Come on, Vol. Come on down. I like prices, right? Fly like an eagle into the bond. I don't know, but if the bond, I don't like it with the bonds, though. Hold on. See, so that's why I like watch. Every one of the, I think we'll hesitate every time a little bit, but this one needs to break out. But for now, I could see the price action. I'm not going to like it a lot until I get the bonds going down, or at the very least, we don't want the bonds to go up. Again, if you don't understand why, or what we are talking about is just sell bonds, buy stock, or sell stocks, buy bonds, right? So right now, people are clearly buying stock, and they sold off bonds to a degree compared to yesterday. But if they keep buying stock, we want to see them either sell the bonds, or now, if it does come back to a positive correlation, that could also give us the other side of the equation. But we're trying to find some data here and get a head start on it. And then dollars dropping, good for you. But let's see. Let us see, man. Let's see. And again, I'm tripping out on it. I told you, man. Last time the short-term and long-term bonds have done this type of activity, it was during 1981 and 1979. And it was at the peak, or right ahead and right after, of some of the biggest Fed changes ever in the world. So this ain't it's an interesting move, but where you're at with all of them, I mean, this is one for the ages, my friend. You know, an old boomer. I don't even think I'm a boomer, but it makes me feel like a boomer. I get excited by it. I'm like your grandpa who likes the History Channel, because I love this. So there's the order trap now. You're getting your first set of sales. 3971. This is a level you should be familiar with. So like we're saying, you got a big run up here. So maybe it doesn't go too much below here, but hopefully you don't get what you had yesterday, but you have a couple of levels to support. So it's kind of calming down, and then the bonds catching the bid. Maybe if the market comes down, they'll find a way to converge, and then it'll still be the inverse, but we will see, my friend. Are they always fighting? It depends. Again, I watched the last two watch list videos, and again, the bonds, if you haven't been paying attention for the last 2 years, they've had a positive correlation. You know, we could say a lot, and again, even when I'm looking at it, we don't want to make any quick judgments yet, but all you got to keep in mind is bond equity correlation and how that usually plays out, and then how it has played out over the last year or two. And that's it. It's quite simple, but I say simple in nature. However, you know, reading it in real time, and then 2 days it'll do one way, one day it'll do the other. That's the hard part. But what you need to be understanding is a bond equity correlation and how it has played out throughout history, and then how it has played out right now, or in the last 12 months, more or less. We want bonds to go up, down. We don't want anything, but it's going to show you more or less bullish or bearish, and then following in line now with the trend that we've seen over the last couple of days, and then falling in line with, well, how does this further the yield curve or not? Is this now more recession fears or not? How affected are people getting by this? You know, are the bonds, you know, they're causing very specific moves, or when people do it, it should be motivated rationally. So it's a lot. But again, I think the last couple watch lists will take you a long way on it. But what I just said, though, the broader one, if you could understand that, you'll at least get a nice heads up on the game, and it will make a lot of what I'm saying more easy to understand. Top keeps on slipping. All right, we'll give him one more. All right, a little bit of news. Nasdaq gains 1.2 session high, S&P 0.9. Rackspace hits record low. Again, they had that hack the other day. So bonds are not breaking out here. I'm going to be watching that again. The dollar's even coming down, but unfortunately, I'm watching the bonds more than that. But keep an eye on it. But things could happen here. And then 39.65, you topped out 39.70. So just watch that 39.60 test, like we said, and then we will go from there. Santa's. Oh, you want the Christmas songs, bro? I got a good one. You know, it's Jingle Bells, Clarita sells, Bostic sold the top. That you buy. Hold on, no, I need to remember it. All right, it's Jingle Bells, it's Jingle Bells, Bostic sells, Clarita sold the top. You buy, the stock's gonna drop, then they pop, then we're all get holdings, then we're all left holdings. I put it on the Twitch. I messed it up. Don't get me. I do it. Damn it, because I didn't have the Feliz Navi puts. Now you're gonna have to hear that all day, man. Oh well, that's good, man. Welcome to the Christmas spirit. Around this time of the year, I don't know why I feel the Christmas spirit, man. I'm just waiting for one of the tinfoilers to say, "Why you celebrate the pagan holiday?" Calm down. But I don't know, man. I feel like Elf. I feel like Buddy the Elf. I might start acting like Buddy the Elf coming into Christmas. You know that? I feel like Buddy right now. I feel like Buddy. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Amazon. So bonds are breaking out now. It's about point 0.4, and we're running a lot. So people are buying stock. They have sold bonds. They're not doing it to the same degree if you just look at it, straight up. But at the same time, though, now, in a weird way, the correlation is it's trying to keep that positivity, but it's not as positive. So it's just not as strong. But that's exactly what we had to the reverse yesterday. So remember, the bonds sold off strong, or the bonds bottomed strong, but you didn't sell off as strong. The market outside is frightful, and the puts are so delightful. That's a good one. Bro, I'm Chad. That's it. We need to get into the studio, Chad. We just need to make a Christmas album. Where y'all at? I need y'all. I need a chorus. We could do live audio. You know what I'm saying? I can already see some chants like, that's Simba and Lion King, but you get the idea. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Y'all got some good ones. Y'all got some good ones. VIX flush. Oh, I had an article on the VIX I wanted to read you. I saw this one this morning. I think you'll like it. Ukraine sees no room for compromise on Crimea. Swiss named Keller Suter finance minister, replacing Maurer. Ukraine needs long-range air defense, says Zoxvanza. Teslodian, Roblodian, he's doing good. UCL, Unilever is the one selling the ice cream. I thought Unilever, again, they wanted to sell some. Amazon on the high. EU to propose delay to comply with new medical device law. Wait, hold on. Watch a couple of healthcare's exclusive. EU to propose delay to medical device law on Friday. Extend deadline to comply with new regulatings. She told Reuters as doctors warn that legislation is causing shortage of life-saving equipment. I don't know who this is affecting. Does anybody have more background on that? Again, maybe watch some medical device companies, especially if they have Europe exposure. And then Toll Brothers and real estate on the high. And then again, bonds had that little pop, but SPY did not break out yet. But again, even if you drop here, you still got the VWAP test and all of that. So this at least is a little bit better than last morning. But we did 3937 to 3940. So it's 50 points. Sadly, is about 50. It's the same distance as this, though. So take it as you please. Watch if it dumps big. But, I mean, borderline, you're continuing from the bottom. This does not change. Ugh. All right, so just watch if the computers turn the sell program on again. Did I need to get you that VIX thing? Where is it? So again, for most of 2022, the VIX has displayed a dulled reaction of the stock market. A tick-by-tick look at Wall Street's chief fear gauge could be showing that traders are concerned that they've taken it down too far. For 3 straight days, the VIX has gone up between the morning and open and close, a streak witnessed just 4 other times this year in January, April, June, and September, all of which were in the middle of brutal sell-offs. In 3 cases, it preceded further S&P losses in the next month. That happened after volatility traders spent most of their regular hours taking the VIX lower. In the past 10 weeks, the VIX has declined during the cash session in 80% of the days, a development seen just 3 other times since the VIX's inception. Do you guys get that? So literally, during market hours at the cash open, that's why you even see some of the cash run. The VIX has gone, literally, it has declined 80% of the days in the last 10 weeks, in the last 2 months, pretty much. That's only happened 3 times in history. This week's reversal of the 2.5-month trend, in which the VIX went almost nowhere but down during the daytime, is a telltale sign of complacency too far ahead of a historically strong period for equity bulls. According to Steve Sosnick, chief strategist at Interactive Brokers, rising uncertainty about monetary policy in the U.S. ahead of interest rates on Wednesday, coupled with renewed concern about corona in China and slowing growth elsewhere, has pushed the S&P to post the longest stretch of down days to begin a month since 2011. Comments of some Wall Street executives' uncertainty ahead of the meeting. And then we're coming down here. I thought you guys would want to hear this one. But keep watch. Again, I'm reading this because I think we got a little bit of time unless it really, really flushes. The uncertainty ahead of the Fed meeting and some economic numbers that have upset the narrative sent a reminder that maybe it's not a bad time to put out hedges. Sosnick said by phone. The mindset in the aftermath of the November rally was that there isn't going to be a lot of volatility the month, but that's not a guarantee. So to be sure, the 3-day advance in the VIX from open to close doesn't make a trend, and VIX sellers may regain the upper hand once CPI prints on Tuesday and FOMC on the next day in the rear view. The VIX closed at 22 on Wednesday after finishing last week at 19. So here's something off of, again, this is the period of intraday declines, and it's just saying, where we're at right now and how much the VIX has dropped. I mean, this really has it. You saw it once in 2013. And that's related to, but all of these are like Europe crises and coming off of like these were awful markets. These were all just QE recovery, people worried from 08, 09, and all of that. Otherwise, it makes 2001 and you had nothing like this throughout there. Even 2008, 2009, you saw it rarely, more or less. So bonds are holding, but to be sure, to derivative strategists at JP Morgan, the VIX has further room to advance, while strategists are expecting the VIX to average at 25 next year. Wow. They see the gauge trading above that level in the first half of the year amid elevated monetary policy concern before subsiding below the line in the latter part of the 2023 when the central bank is expected to pivot its stance. Futures on the S&P are trading at 0.4 higher after spending 5 straight sessions in the red. Traders are zeroing on this Friday U.S. producer prices to get a read on how effective the Fed has been to quell inflation before shifting attention to the CPI report and the FOMC later this week or next week. So good, huh? Pretty much the VIX is at an interesting level. Most people thought it wasn't going to be this volatile here, and then there's clearly a weird trend that has only happened a couple times of the VIX is getting sold off intraday, and then even as the market is declining, and then you are opening up December to one of the worst months of December in a long, long time, or at least going back to like 2010, 2013, where there's a lot of other crap going on. Yeah, the peach is already there, baby. Amen. Amen. Meta plans to sublet part of Dublin headquarters. Check Meta, subletting real estate. So maybe they save money on that. Close the Uber. I don't know where we're at on those. $4.50. We need like $2 on that. I'm still in those. Netflix and Tesla down the same. Amazon was about to go positive. And then this cut into it, 6,900. Again, even at the lows, I was down 8,000 on the total. So now on the run up, you can see we're actually making it's cutting into the gains here a little bit, or the losses. So I like it for now. Again, this one, that just keeps me comfortable for now. And then we'll see what the shares could do. It's a real estate, a meta estate. I don't know. That was interesting. I know. The VIX, it's a lot of things, man. Even the yield curve, man. Now, you guys, I love the yield curve. And now it's just like, I didn't realize it. Because, again, Kathy Woods was saying, Fed's making a mistake. And then people are like, by this time, I forgot who it was. It wasn't Kathy Woods, but somebody brought up that last time the yield curve was this bad, we were already cutting rates, believe it or not. So it's like it depends how you want to look at it. Again, that's why I brought it up yesterday, because it was like both before they raised rates and then they cut it, and then they raised it and cut it again. So it was a little bit more flip-floppy. But the point is, this is, I would say, it's just restrictive territory on the yield curve. So, and then now with all the market plumbing and what we're seeing there from the VIX, the pricing, all of that, and it's just unique. Again, in and of itself, you didn't watch this happen in 2001 or 2008. Well, y'all don't feel me. Let me say that again. So even with like how the market's moving with the VIX, the pricings, like Michael Burry, even in the movie The Big Short, they were saying that it was a scam, right? They got scammed on the exits and the market makers and all of that, right? Yeah, well, this doesn't even look like that. So like you could look at the broader market and how it looks, everybody brings up that chart, but like when you look at the VIX and you look at how some things are opening up in the bond portfolios and all, it's very different than '01 and '08. And I think that's what even makes it that much wilder. So welcome, my friends, welcome. Bonds are going up again, but the market is not gone there. So bonds do want to catch up if they want to be positive, but let's see. Keep eyes on. Watch. Peruz Castillo could face 10 to 20 years in jail. He's the guy who won't try to disband Congress. I guess that's it. You try to get rid of Congress, it's like 20 to life. But if you steal crypto, huh? No, okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding, Sam Bankman. Algo's buying. It wouldn't be Algos. It'd probably be bigger money, but I mean, there's half and half. The Algos would be more inclined to sell if we're up, but it seems like somebody is either doing a big sell in order, or there's even buy programs set to buy the mortgages or buy the bonds. But like I was saying, I mean, you got to think about it. If big banks are really expecting a decline or recession in the next year, they're just imagine if you buy up a mortgage right now, if you buy a government bond yielding you like 4 and some change or just under 4 not too long ago, and then the rates come down, and then you're going to be able to borrow money for half of that in a year from now, and then loan it out to people for even more. They're going to make bank. They're locking in. It's just like wholesaling mortgages. Pretty much, you're going to get paid by the government a big amount, not to mention what you already robbed them on the short term. So we'll see, but it could just be. And then again, though, like I said, end of the year illusion. The same thing happened last year. It was just smaller. So granted, the market moved a lot bigger than last year, and we have a lot more fear and other things going on. But hopefully you see what I'm saying is that, this could be an end of the year illusion. I mean, nobody knows yet. But this is what could happen and kind of what should happen. All right. I need to go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram. I love you. Amen. Amen. Market's coming up.
Back Business Flash, a look at some of the biggest business stories
follow
in
me
the
on
news
Instagram.
right now. I'm Richard.
Say what's up in the chat, bro.
ExxonMobil
Bring
is
some
taking
positivity.
some of its record
Brighten
profits
someone's
and boosting
day.
its share
Say
buyback
what's
program.
up.
It will now repurchase $50 billion of stock through 2024. That compares with a previous plan to spend $30 billion through next year. Exxon's second and third quarter earnings were the highest in the company's history. Starting today in a federal court in California, Meta Platforms faces a major test to its metaverse strategy. U.S. antitrust enforcers want to stop the parent of Facebook from buying the virtual reality startup Within. The Federal Trade Commission argues that Meta's plan is intended to give it a leg up in dominating the burgeoning virtual reality market. And the price of West Texas Intermediate jumped today after the Keystone oil pipeline was shut down due to a leak. TC Energy says the leak took place near Nebraska. No word on where the pipeline will be in operation. Keystone carries oil from Canada to Cushing, Oklahoma, and then onward to Texas. And that is your latest business flash, Guy.
Ridika, thank you very much indeed. I want to show you something really cool. This is sunrise in San Francisco as we're seeing the sun setting over here in London. There you go. Sun's going down here in London. It's been an incredibly beautiful day, though, here in London, I have to say. This is just a visual reflection of the jet lag that Ed Ludlow is about to experience as he comes back home for Christmas. But he's still in San Francisco right now, enjoying the weather, enjoying the news, enjoying everything else. Ed, I want to talk a little bit, good morning, about what people are chatting about over there. I want to know about Tesla, Twitter and financial engineering. Walk me through these asset-backed loans, this story around basically Twitter's, the high debt that Twitter's carrying and how bankers are trying to fix it.
Yeah, so I mean, according to sources, Musk's bankers are looking at replacing a portion of the debt that was agreed as part of the financing package for the purchase of Twitter with margin loans. They're looking, according to sources, in the first instance at about $3 billion of unsecured debt, the interest on which is about 11.75%, agreed back in April. You remember through the twists and turns of this deal, Musk had actually scrapped the margin loan component and boosted the equity portion. But Twitter is now saddled with about $1.2 billion of annual interest payments to service the debt, right? And what we're hearing from sources is that actually they're thinking again about the construction of this. As always, nothing is final and things could change, but it's interesting.
I just feel like this could really set up Tesla for a giant margin call sometime next year at some point. Like, it has to be the right kind of level, no?
So, as you guys know, this is a stock where the retail investor, the Tesla owner, who is also a retail investor, has a lot of say, influence, engagement. There's a lot of stress and anxiety right now about this. Broadly speaking.
Dude, that's crazy. 11% interest. That's so crazy. I mean, rates are high, but damn. Dude, he's paying $1.3 billion a year in interest. So, if he doesn't do anything about it in the next year, he's paying more in interest than than he bought in Bitcoin. Yeah, think about it. That's pretty wild. But I'm surprised the banks don't like it. That's how you know Elon is just pissing everybody off right now. Because I would love it as a bank. I don't know. Like, they're like, oh, we couldn't syndicate it and offload it. But I'm like, dude, that's a solid return. I guess you're tying up a lot of money. But shit, I mean, tying up what? I think it's like 30 billion or so, or 13 billion. Official to discuss war impact on Ukraine. White House officials preview U.S. Africa Leader Summit. All that great news. I mean, I think there's better news for the public. Bonds are moving up on there. By the time I pissed, they moved it while I was going pee. U.S. natural gas stockpiles fell 21 BCF last week. Median estimate was a drop of 21. So that might be bearish a little bit. There could be some other data on it, but it's popping. So maybe good news is bad and bad news is good now. But, yeah, again, the estimate was a way bigger draw. That's why I'm like, Or is that for storage? I see the stockpiles, so they fell 21. Interesting. What the hell is happening? Well, that'd be going back to the normal correlation. The intraday is moving the exact same now. But if you look at the actual move, equities are up and stocks are down. So it's going to get a little confusing. That's why. I know we're watching it minute by minute. I'm probably going to keep calling it out, but don't think you're going to get understanding immediately, because even I don't think anybody will. But it's just this is the one to watch, because once it does show its hand, then that's it. So we're going to play it a couple rounds and see. So natural gas pop and lock. It seemed negative to me, but we'll watch here and how it plays. Pop and calm. All right. This looks a little bit calmer than yesterday, because by yesterday you were dumping that 10 minutes real quick. Whereas that was by like 8 o'clock. And 7:30, we're almost there, so you're doing a lot better. But even then, by 7:30, you were up and then dropped and then made your test. So this is still holding a very nice uptrend, but watch that levels like I told you about. You hit 3972 not too long ago, but the bonds came up with it. I wonder how this is going to play out. Nasdaq up 1.1, SPY 0.82, and then everything is green except communications now. Even utilities came up. RTX. What was the other one? Beyond. Peru prosecutors say Castillo detained on way to Mexican embassy. Perigo, and again, Dexcom, they had a nice approval for a medical device, and then they are moving. They just got upgraded by Wells Fargo. So bond flush, SPY, little drop and pop. Again, if the higher it holds, the better. So again, like yesterday, you had that little pop and then you sold off harder. But again, if it keeps the range tighter at the highs and you don't get one of those big, giant sell, that looks big. But as long as you don't get like a real fat, consistent dump, it'll just change how we've been trading the last couple of days, which will be good. Yeah, travel stocks green. They got mollywopped yesterday. Trip reports after hours. Amazon on the high. And then let's see Costco. Amazon starting to lead again. Apple was. Oh no, another voice crack too. Might go into the highs now. But the bonds. Dexcom is leading S&P gainers on G7 device approval. FDA approves Omicron booster for youngest children. Pfizer. Again, they've been hitting that news today. Google's now playing along. Let's see. I'll like it. Oh yeah, there's a $1,700 gap between there. Bonds came back. Amazon about to go positive. They're all are. The Netflix one's hurting, and the Disney, he has a lot more to come back and give, but I'm kind of liking it now. We'll see. Still a lot more work. A lot more work to be done. You're making that move up. This is nice. And then again now, I mean, anything above here, this is that dump zone. Do you just get to the 4,000 or not? Or we make the other test and then go. But you're going up without even testing it. So, again, a bond drop would be very bullish if you want to get to 4,000 here. Because, again, they say, you know what? The bonds, good rally. Let me sell a little bit, and then buy the equity. That would give you it. But then it would be opposite correlation. Again, we keep talking. This one is get very, very much confused. But it's not confused if you know to just zoom out. No stream lag today. You're good, Habibi. Nvidia's rocketing. That's 4. Amazon. Yeah, Nvidia's nonstop. Did CRM catch a bid? They were getting killed. Yeah, there you go. Even CRM. That recovered like 2 or 3 from the bottom. And then Oracle again. Oracle, Microsoft, Amazon. They all got part of that. Rayo's pasta sauce parent drops as UBS cuts profits. Sovo, pasta sauce. They got downgraded today. Very interesting. XOM new low. Interesting. All right, 3972. I believe. Where was that? Yeah, 3972 is a decent level. And then it had trouble 3969 and 3972. I think we got to pull it back a little bit more. Yeah. This is that level here. That's why 3976, it just gets you a little bit above. It's either, these are going to be spots, I think, again, because you have dumped. And just keep in mind, pre-Powell and how it's all played out. You're just close to 4,000, which I think gets people optimistic. Bonds caught another little bid there. Again, XOM is dumping. They gave off 0.5% right there. Tessie has turned green. Amazon leading. Yeah, Tessie is green. We're about to go positive. Need a little bit more. Neo, what's up, Eagle Eye? Good morning. Neo up 6. There's your pop. So it's popping. Bonds went along with it, but not into a new high. SPY is hitting a new high right now. 3974. So again, like 3979 to like 3982. Again, give or take. These are all key, very key levels just around here. You got a big bid order on 3980. A couple orders coming in. But let us see. Dollar drop. he might be moving the most, but it's kind of like the bonds, but the dollar is into a new low with a new high. S&P extends gain to 1. Dow Jones is now 0.8. The Dow's lagging. And then again, Nasdaq is leading at 1.3. Spot put spread. And, Griner is on a plane to Saudi Arabia or the UAE. Boeing was killing it, though, in the morning. I haven't checked. Tessie at the high, but again, so is the market. Boeing's still up 3%. He's killing it. RTX, UWMC. So today's ex-dividend. I could sell on ex-dividend, right, and still get it, or do I have to wait till the day after? I feel like I always ask this question. I think we always do. TLT, IEF is getting a bid too. Yeah, pretty sure you can sell today. We might wait just to be safe. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle puts, jingle calls. Power will make a way. Bostic sold, Clarita top tick the retail market. Hey. Just don't ever forget. Clarita was trading Netflix and day trading Amazon. It's fascinating. There you go. A little bit of a bond drop. SPY's lower, though. I hope it's able to shake it off. We'll see here. But they look very similar in terms of overall shape of the day, but they are inverse on comparing the move from yesterday to today. I don't think the VIX is accurate at all, no. I think a mix between the bonds and dollars, I don't know if anything's accurate. I mean, what I mean by that, I feel like it's just we've been in a market where some things lead, some things lag, and I think everybody gets their moment, if that makes sense. But I don't think there's been anything that's like, wow, that's it. Like, it's because, again, the VIX is, like we were saying, there's only been a couple times in history where the market has sold off with the VIX how it has, and just how it's played out is quite interesting. Pop on UAG. Is it going back up? And they're still up. So bonds keep going. And again, for me, that would be bullish if it came down, but market is responding a little bit. Again, we're viewing it 30 seconds at a time, so just keep that in mind. Coca-Cola. Where's Abby Vi? Dude, Abby Vi's like right next to the highs. Damn. Like breakout highs. Coca-Cola. I think Pepsi, didn't they have bad guidance the other day, or they fired people? Again, Rackspace still dropping, record low. So now a little drop on the SPY. Netflix with a candle. I think values might get a little bit of a bid here. And again, the only thing negative right now is consumer staples. TD, they say their account is moving to Schwab. Yeah, I think you should still be able to access it, but remember they bought, one of them bought each other, they merged, but it's not that crazy. And then again, I think you get the from Schwab is where there is the futures. I think all the futures are done through Charles Schwab. Patience zone CL 0.32. So I bought them. Yeah. I think you're still gonna be able to access it on the other one. Like you should be able to access the like TD. I don't think it's not gonna be on TD Ameritrade. It's SMT unhalted. I'm so mad I tax lost that one. Literally right before it ran. They're getting out. Just go with whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, and again, things are going to change here. If you could utilize covered calls or ghetto spreads, that's always a great way to be able to stay in the game while at the same time, not cutting out too early. But just remember, I think you have one more day here of just in general PPI and data. Just think about how the data will affect kind of the environment here. So we'll find out. Okay, bonds are giving that up there. SPY gave up a little, but if bonds keep going and the market bounces, that might give us a little bit more fuel. I had like one something on SMMT, and then I took it for a loss. I took like I think it was like $100. It was a very small position, but I just said, give me my what's it called? Give me I get a tax benefit. I get to lower my gains on the year. So woohoo! But I would have wanted it. I would have wanted it. GSK, is that the what's it called? That's Zantac. Zantac. Watch Sanofi too if it is there. I think if Sanofi, Zantac, Sanofi, GSK, there's one more related to it. If they move up on it, it could be good. Or at least it's related to the court case. Again, what happened with GSK is that the judge ruled yesterday that they pretty much can't be held liable in a certain way, and it like limits like thousands of lawsuits potentially for turning up on that Zantac. Damn Zantac. My mom told me not to take Zantac. I remember when I was younger, and it's sad that I had heartburn when I was younger, but yeah, she wasn't with it. And she said that to me. She said that to me before anybody knew. She said, don't take it. It will cause the cancer. I'm like, what? I don't know. It's crazy. Summit resumed its own name. There's SMMT. Pfizer, I think they might be mentioning that as well, too. And then Pfizer has gotten a lot of the, what's it called? The children's COVID vaccines news today. Thoughts on Brittany Griner prison swap? It's good, man. I would have, no matter what, whether you like the administration or not, whether she doesn't, want to say the damn Pledge of Allegiance or not, I'm sure it was a rough environment, so I think it's good, and I like to see Americans come home. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? But that was probably the most valuable WNBA trade ever in the world. I don't think there's ever been a trade valued that high in that industry, but it's good. I'm happy. And again, I feel like everybody gets a little bit. Some people don't, and that's all. Hey, Jingle Bell. Like there was like I said again, you had who was it? Like, how we were saying how like the unions got snubbed? They got a bailout on their pension today. So it's like they're doing stuff, man, but it doesn't mean again, we'll just see what it is, but at the very least, I like to see. I don't like it when people don't get something, so I like it when people do get something. Does that make sense? I think that could really sum up a lot of my attitude when I even comment on anything. Is I don't like to see people get snubbed on stuff, but then I like it when somebody gets something. But at the end of the day, the reality of the world, at different times, there's going to be winners and losers. Some people get some stuff here, some won't. So either way, though, shout out America. What's wrong with society? No repercussions for breaking the law. Believe me, I agree with you, man. But even then, though, I don't know. Like day by day, bro, I'm just getting more peaceful, and I even apologize. I hope even I don't that's all in God's hands. I really do believe that, but I just want to make sure I don't become a Pharisee. And at the end of the day, I broke the law yesterday. I was going like 90 something on the freeway. I know. So it's like at the end of the day, I just, all I could do is show love to people. And I want to, even then, even though this stuff will bother me here and there, my new thing is I don't want to be a Pharisee. And just because I didn't do stuff or just because of this, it doesn't make me any better than anything else. And that's why we just, all I could do is help my brother, man. That's all I could do. And that's what I really, really believe in. So, even then, I'll apologize even on my end. Because again, I'm not going to get riled up. We're going to make it a good life, even if it's not. And even then, at least we have each other, Chattadonia. At least we have each other. You know what I'm saying? Amen. Parkland is up 2023. Adjusted EBITDA outlook higher. That's Canadian. Age brings wisdom, kindness, and peace if you let it. Amen, man. And I'm just old. I'm getting old as shit. So I better get damn peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I did not get to watch the CoffeeZilla video yet. No. SBF clapped at him. That's good. Even then, I might be done with SBF. That's all. I think all of it. I'm just, let thy will be done, dog. It's okay. You are, and if you know the truth, but all we got to do is do what we got to do. That's it, Chad. We're moving into our own lane and stay in our lane, and that's it. And I think all of it is, I'm focused. I just want my peace. So even if it's there, but I'll let the justice servers serve justice.